In Walt Whitman's Song of Myself, section 52, he expresses his emotions very clearly. A major theme he uses in this section is immortalization. Along with immortalization, personification, tone, and the use of vocabulary are important features of this section. Immortalization is used to connect all things living or not to himself. He also shows how he will continue to live on. In the beginning of this section, he shows some signs of immortalization, writing, "I sound my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world." Yawp being a loud cry. He wants everyone to hear what he has to say. Towards the end of this section, Whitman's immortality becomes more visible. His next line goes on to say, "I depart as air. Air is all around us, even though we cannot see it. Whitman is the air, and he will be with us. I effused my flesh in eddies and drifted in lacy jags." Eddies are whirlpools. Whirlpools go round and round, so Whitman's words will live on and always come back to us. A main point that Whitman tried to get across through his writing was that we are all equal, no matter where we come from, the color of our skin, or our gender. He writes, "I bequeath myself to the dirt to grow from the grass I love. If you want me again, look for me under your boot soles." He shows that he too can be dirt and that there is nothing wrong with this because he will grow as a new person, in the line saying, "to grow from the grass I love." This possibly illustrates that he sees himself being reincarnated. His new self could possibly make a difference this time. He will be in all places imaginable, even under the boot soles, to filter and fiber your blood. He finishes the rest of the section saying, "Missing me one place, search another. I stop somewhere waiting for you." He will be anywhere as long as people take the time to listen to his words and let him be heard. His last line, I would say, is a very strong ending. He will wait as long as possible until people are finally ready to hear what he has to say. That everyone should be equal. He will wait until his vision of the world and equality are finally complete. There is also a lack of a period on the last line. This could possibly be because Whitman would like us to finish his ending. We can try to finish off what he wanted, for all to be looked at as equal. We make our own ending. A technique that Whitman uses in this section is the use of personification. He shows this by using clouds. The last scud of day holds back for me. Scud are clouds, so he explains that the clouds are holding back. The clouds are allowing him to say what he needs before the storm comes. I sound my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world. Along with the clouds, he uses eddies, which are whirlpools. I effuse my flesh in eddies. Since whirlpools continue going and taking in a lot of water, he says that it will drift in lacy jags. Jags are outbursts. He will need to get his point across quickly because whirlpools go very fast. Along with his use of personification, he also uses anthropomorphism. Anthropomorphism is an interpretation of what is not human in terms of human characteristics. The hawk at the beginning of the poem is an example of anthropomorphism. Whitman gives the hawk human actions. It accuses me, and it complains of my gab and my loitering. The complaining the hawk does could refer to the fact of what Whitman constantly tried to show everyone of what he wanted. It seems as if the hawk is tired of hearing what Whitman has to say, with the line, he complains of my gab and my loitering. In this case, gab is to talk in a rapid or thoughtless manner. So according to the hawk, Whitman is just talking nonsense. The use of tone also affects the way this section can be interpreted. The beginning of this section first begins by accusing Whitman. The spotted hawk swoops by and accuses me, and then goes on as if it doesn't bother him if others do accuse him, as long as he is able to say what he wants. I sound my barbaric yawp. As the section continues, there is a shift in tone. He becomes more peaceful and calm. He accepts that it is his time to leave, but not forever because he will live on. Whitman accepts the fact that he couldn't make a change, but it will come later. His words will filter and fiber your blood, of those who want to start a new world. Lastly, he will wait until the time is right for a change to take place. I stop somewhere waiting for you. Vocabulary is a final feature that is used well. The vocabulary used is very rich and academic-like. These words allow Whitman to express more of what he feels and imagery for the reader. Some examples of these words are swoops, gab, loitering, barbaric yop, scud, flings, coaxes, effuse, eddies, lacy jags, bequeath, and fiber. Most of these words are verbs, allowing the reader to imagine what is actually taking place. Also, many of these words used, such as barbaric yop, scud, eddies, and lacy jags, are words that are not usually heard. These words stand out to the reader and describe a more descriptive image that allows the reader to understand Whitman's views. Overall, Whitman's use of these different techniques allows the reader to become more attached to the section and want to continue reading. The reader experiences the emotions and feelings that Whitman does as they read along. Lastly, specifically in this section, I believe Whitman wants us to feel that he is present all around us, and although he couldn't achieve what his goal was, others will do it for him. This, I believe, is something he has truly accomplished.